Hi, everybody, and welcome to our 13 localish ghost stories. We're really excited to have you here. We're really excited to do this for you, and we're super excited to launch our YouTube channel. So, first off, we have a couple of things we need to talk to you about. A lot of the stories that we're going to be telling you are actually, some of them are on private property. Some of them are, and not all private property owners want you to come to their house looking for ghosts. uh, so always be respectful. If you do try to find any of these places, cool, try to just stay off their property. If you want to ask them if it's cool, that's fine. But if they say no, please respect that. If you're asked to leave, please respect that. Don't go to these places and be like, oh, Exspiravit told us about your ghost and we're here to find it. We're not telling you to do that. We're just sharing these for some Halloween fun. So if you're asked to leave, please do leave. By the property owners or the authorities, please don't let it get to the point to where the authorities are called. Just remember to be respectful.
And that goes for public places too. There are some public places that just don't want to be known as haunted. So if the authorities or the homeowners or any kind of owners ask you to leave, once again, please make a hasty exit. Please do what you are told. Don't cause a scene. Play nice. Also, please don't go into the cemeteries after dark. Please do not mess with the headstones. That is something that is very near and dear to my heart, because I'm a creepy girl. Please don't hurt the gravestones. And last, please don't take anything or leave anything. If you see trash, pick it up. Don't put trash there. Be respectful.
Now remember, we're not telling you this to be mean or anything like that. We just want you guys to stay safe and have a really good Halloween season. Also remember, there are some amazing locations that are local that actually offer paranormal investigations and ghost tours. A lot of those, pre-COVID, you had to pay for, but a lot of them are actually offering it free via the internet now. So definitely check out like Eventbrite and stuff like that, Facebook, because you can actually get these experiences from the comfort of your own home for free and have a very, very spooky season this year. Hi guys, and thank you for joining us for our second installment of 13 localish ghost stories. Tonight we're talking about a particularly famous location that's, how far away is it? Do you remember?
It's about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. So not super far away. Easy day trip for you to take. And that is Edinburgh Manor. I'm going to let Emily take over, give you a little bit of history, and then we'll get down to the spooky.
Edinburgh Manor was built at the site of the old county poor farm, which was open from 1850 until 1910. The county poor farm was a place where someone, often disabled, elderly, or insane, could get food and shelter in exchange for working on the farm. There were at minimum 80 documented deaths at the county poor farm. Back then, farming was a dangerous occupation, and a lot of workers died in accidents as a result from the dangerous conditions. After they died, their bodies were attempted to be given back to the families, but if the families could not or would not take them back, they were buried on a cemetery far back on the property. Edinburgh Manor, as we know it today, was built in 1910 and opened its doors in 1911. It was an insane asylum when it was operating. In the early 1900s, mental health treatment was not how it is today. There were a lot of, from what today would be considered torture. Patients at the mental health institutions were rarely treated well, often being neglected or abused. Edinburgh housed its final patients as recent as 2010.
Scary stuff just in the history. Right, and for the spooky. So, Edinburgh Manor is filled with spirits. I would assume, now nobody quote me on this, I don't know, but because it was a mental institution, there were a lot of disturbed people there. And I would assume that's why it's as haunted as it is. And plus their treatment probably left a pretty painful imprint on the property. So, on, I believe it's the first floor. Yes, on the first floor, there's a little girl named Susie. Apparently, she likes to giggle at you and run and play with the toys that are abandoned in one of the rooms. And then also on the first floor, there is a man. He roams between room 102, I think. Yeah, 102 to 108. That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure before I put that out there. And he just kind of chills down there. You know, he goes from room to room, and it is believed that he is a man that committed suicide in what is now a mop closet. I think it was an actual room back then, which that'd be a very small room if it's a mop closet now. That'd be a teeny tiny room, so that can give you a kind of a hint as to some of the treatment that was going on. On the second floor, the current owner of Edinburgh Manor, he tried to stay in room 200, which, from what I understand, is right at the top of the staircase in the landing. And he was there, he had his dog with him, and he felt pressure on his toe, like somebody was squeezing his toe, which I think is very odd for a ghost to squeeze a toe.
I find it hilarious.
I mean,
it's not something that you normally...
No.
That's a textbook haunting.
No. So it almost makes you wonder if it was like a kid or something.
Possibly.
You know, because that'd be something like a little kid would do. They would like grab your toe.
Or Grandpa. I got your nose. In this case, it's I got your toes.
Right. But apparently at the same time he felt this pressure on his toe, his dog started barking and growling. Like right at the exact time. About a week later, his nephew and one of his nephew's friends came to investigate and see what they could dig up, see what would happen. And in an EVP, it was spoken, I grabbed you. So, don't know if it was an older person and they're like, yeah, I grabbed your toe, haha. Or if it was a kid. Nobody really knows. But I mean, it'd be very odd. It's like just going up and grabbing someone's toe.
I've heard of weirder.
And then also in one of the rooms up there, let me double check my room number, 204, there is a fire truck that was left behind. Like a little toy fire truck. And apparently it likes to move of its own accord. So that kind of just reaffirms my whole it's a kid thing. Because you'd think a kid would play with a toy fire truck. So I would think that there's a kid up there just messing with people. And then the owner also saw the apparition of a woman on the second floor. And I guess she had dark hair and was wearing a long white dress. For some reason, ghostly women are always wearing long white dresses. I still haven't figured. White or black?
Yeah.
White or black?
Yeah.
That's a good majority of.
Haven't seen too many like purple or pink or blue or.
There is red in one of our stories.
Fair.
Later down the road.
Fair.
There is a red dress, but 90% is black or white. It's always black or white. And so from the second floor we go down. all the way to the basement, because all the fun ghosts are in the basement.
Depends on your definition of fun.
I have a wonderful definition of fun. The fun ghosts are always in the basement. Apparently down in the basement, it sounds like it was some more rooms. It sounds like there was a kitchen and dining hall area. And down in the kitchen office, the owners saw a male apparition, and he was wearing a cowboy style hat, a long duster coat. Apparently he was just chilling. It doesn't really sound like he did a whole lot. They just saw him. So who knows who that is? Kind of odd for a mental institution. Maybe it's somebody from back when it was a port farm.
Quite possibly.
That sounds a little more time period-ish for that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just kind of is like, what the hell's going on here?
I know of all these other spirits that are here. I want to be friends!
I probably wouldn't hang around in the basement though, just because there's apparently a not so nice character down there. Apparently, he's one of the more famous ghosts at Edinburgh. Everybody talks about him.
Yep.
Every conversation we have with somebody about Edinburgh, he always comes up. I don't know his actual name. I don't know that anybody's actually figured out what his real name is. But they call him the Joker. I don't think anything he does is a joke. He sounds pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. He's a violent person. He goes from room to room around everywhere, but I guess his favorite rooms are the boiler room, which is kind of a weird thing, kind of like Freddy Krueger-ish vibes there, the boiler room. And a small padded room that's on the opposite side of the basement. Apparently he's been in the dining hall though, because he likes to throw dishes at people and across the room.
And on the floor.
And he's just like, I don't know. Apparently he doesn't like people. That's what it sounds like.
Or dishes.
Or dishes. Maybe he doesn't like the dishes. Maybe he just wants some new dishes.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why he's grumpy. Maybe he just wants new dishes.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it's just not his aesthetic. He is also known, which is what leads me to believe he doesn't like people being there, to choke people. I mean, some people are into that. That's fine, whatever you're into. Personally, I don't want to be choked by a spirit. But I mean, if that's what you want, go forth and be choked by the Joker. I mean, if it was, what was that, Jay Leto, maybe? Did he play the Joker in the last Batman movie?
I know it was Leto, I can't remember his first name.
That was Jay. I don't know, maybe if it was him, maybe that'd be more appealing for people, I don't know.
I don't know, Heath Ledger.
Ooh, yeah, Heath Ledger is
like
the Joker.
Young Heath Ledger?
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry. Side tangent. We have a tendency of doing that.
I mean, we're talking the Joker, come on. Yes. But, one girl that went with another team on an investigation, it was like a public investigation, and she went, she actually left with marks on her neck.
From being choked.
Well, I think the marks were primarily on the back, is where they actually saw like the red marks and have the evidence of it. But it felt like hot and cold at the same time, like a freezing burn. So yeah, that's not cool. Not cool in the least. But that's all I have for my stories. There's hundreds and hundreds of different accounts from Edinburgh. You can ask pretty much any team that's ever been out there, anybody that's ever been out there. And Emily is going to let you know a couple things about Edinburgh, and we're going to end the story.
So the final things of note, Edinburgh Manor was featured on the TV show Ghost Adventures, and then tours are also offered, and you can even rent Edinburgh Manor for a night for your own investigation. However, due to the current state of the world, the wonderful
thing we're not going to name.
Yeah. They are requiring people to book ahead and appointments or reservations before going out. And for any kind of tour or investigation or anything else.
The daylight tours, the flashlight tours, the investigations. And we'll definitely link that in the description for this video, because if you get a chance, definitely go check it out. It's amazing. That's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us. And our next video is Decker and DeSoto and Granger. The DeSoto Hotel in Galena and the Granger House in Marion. So that'll be coming. This comes out Monday, so that'll be Thursday that one comes out. Thank you guys, and thank you.